the only way.
Hello guys,
If we were to go
welcome back
inside
to
and look at the American loop, you'll find that it actually does generate inside of our woodland
Did you just
mansion
spawn
nest.
in?
If we were to get enough
Hello?
residents by going across the different woodland mansions, then technically
You're not
you could make your own
professional
creaky part and never have to actually go inside of a pale forest, getting you the pale oak logs and the creaking heart to actually summon in your own creaking and make yourself a resin farm. This one's up to you. Use the fortune enchantment to get more books for villager bookshelves. Well, let's find out. I take my fortune 3 axe and I go through the bookshelf.
Emma be back, okay?
To draw 3 books regardless of any kind of fortune enchantment, which makes sense. Otherwise, you'd have an infinite loop. Considering that you craft a bookshelf, break it with fortune for book profit, and then sell it back to different kinds of villagers to get yourself even more bookshelves and creating the cycle anew. This bit says that the warden drops no loot. Well, it's not a mob that you're supposed to be going around killing, but if I were to go and slay it like so, it does in fact drop a sculpt catalyst, which we could in fact use to get ourselves more sculpt if we had enough XP dropping on top of it with something like a mob grinder. So it's usable, but it's not exactly the most practical reward. As Mojan originally showed off, snowballs were the way to distract the warden. So let's see, are snowballs still the best way to distract the warden? Well, the truth is that any kind of projectile that we use is going to have the same chance of distracting the warden. Whether it's snowballs, a crossbow with arrows, or even eggs, it all stands the same chance. Even if the loot inside the ancient cities might lead you to believe otherwise, myth busted. This myth says that using silk touch to break gold ore in the nether keep the piglins from getting mad at you. And sure enough, that's not going to be the case. Except for the fact that the piglin might go and get distracted trying to barter with it. It's not actually any less mad at me, it just likes the gold. And the only way to keep yourself safe would be just not mining an extra piglin regardless. Even if I'm wearing a gold hat, no difference. Just don't steal their stuff. Having a bulk amount of flint is completely useless. Since you're probably not going to be going and crafting up a bunch of arrows because you can just trade for them with a Fletcher, the truth is that with that same Fletcher, we could trade down our flint into getting emeralds that allow us to buy more arrows. Meaning that we basically skipped the whole step of ever needing a chicken. In return, the chickens appreciate more too. This myth says that we can't enchant items.
Oh, what?
Carrot on the stick, cheers,
How?
because obviously anything that I put inside me, I'm not going to get anything. But if I wake something like I'm breaking 3, and
Every hostile mob is defeated by the sun and is
survival. It's the carrot of the stick, cheers, or the steel. And all these can be enchanted with mending too, which gives you the really funny idea of the carrot growing on top of the stick. But hey, I guess it's enchanted for a reason, and the reason was to bust that myth. Myth busted. This myth says that sharpness is an exclusive enchantment to our swords. Well, if I go to survival here, we'll see, of course, I can add the sharpness 5 book on my sword, but if I swap with my diamond axe, even though I can't get it through the enchantment table, I can still get it with an enchanted sword, like so. And the benefit of all this is that if we were to take a netherite axe and add sharpness 5 on top of it, that'll take its damage all the way up
I
to
forgot the
axe
there.
This myth says that wind charges are the same as Breeze's projectile. Well, if we have a breeze here, will it trip redstone the same way
No,
that
it's fine.
Well, it's able to flip down our certain
explore this
trapdoors and gates,
village
but as a
thing.
matter of fact, our wind charge projectiles that we throw out have an added 10% knockback.
For just principal hope that is watching this. Fun fact, there's another village over here in the other direction of the other village.
Which you can very clearly see.
Which you can clearly see right here. Kill the iron golem. Kill it!
And one of the big reasons for that is the base is able to scale. So after the first 3 blocks that we fall, our base is going to do 2 hearts of damage. Then the next.
Oh no! Oh no! We're so
and then every extra block that we fall after that is going to give it an extra half a heart damage. Meaning that once we've fallen this far, we're doing a whole bunch of damage even without having enchanted our base. Whereas the end goal is just under 40 HP. This myth says that we're able to get the advancement of planting down any kind of seed as opposed to just our regular seeds for getting the farming advancement. Which if I place down like carrots, potatoes, I don't get the advancement, but placing down a kind of seed, whether that's
let's check out that house and see if anything is there.
Because the picture box doesn't even have seeds in the name, so I don't know why I wouldn't apply for the.
Maybe we'll decorate this one time.
This says that chainmail armor is
But now we'll leave this aside. Diamond pickaxe. Diamond pickaxe.
This myth says that if I was to have crossbow. Then, if I shoot it through this TNT here, it'll ignite all of them, which, as you can unfortunately see, it'll clog the block before it would go through any of the entities. As cool as this would be, it is impossible. Now, when you say something called flight duration 3, you're probably expecting it to have...
I like exit through the wall. No, wait. Oh my god. I forgot to wear my armor. I'm so dumb.
Test that. If I take this, then try my flight duration 1, you'll see that a flight duration 1 rocket gives you a flight duration of 1.17
I know there's
seconds. And a flight
over there.
duration 2
Yep,
gives us
over there.
1.48 seconds. And a flight duration 3 gives us an overall of 2.2 minutes. So even though you're using 3 times the amount of gunpowder to get this, it's closer to about 2 times this. Once you have a surplus of gunpowder, it's probably just better flight duration 1 if you can. This then says that if you were to wear Crosswalker 2 boots, then you'll keep yourself safe from any kind of magma blocks or campfire damage. Which you can see if I step on top of this campfire, I can put on my Crosswalker boots and I'm completely fine. I'm not even sneaking and I'm completely fine with the magma blocks too. This bit says that we can store potions inside of a cauldron like we can on Bedrock. And unfortunately, it's not possible. The only way that we're storing potions inside of cauldrons is just by throwing the item inside of the block. And it's unfortunate that we don't have parity for this way. So this bit says that the plant's best item to compost is the composter. I mean, it makes sense, it is the composter. But the truth is that the best chance you have of raising the compost level is by using something like pumpkin pie. Because that always has a 100% chance of increasing the compost level. Even then, though, it still takes so much pumpkin pie just to get 1 bone meal. And even if you know the best way to use the composter,
Bro, are you serious?
This myth says that apples will only drop from oak trees, which by going break these leaves, will eventually see
No.
just our regular
We're gonna die.
give us apples. Fun fact, they would drop from dark oak leaves as well.
Wait. Oh my god.
Trees that drop this,
How am I alive?
sapling, they will never actually drop any.
Yes, alright, and I'll be back.
Out of the way. Myth busted. This myth says that we can
Oh, wait.
catch a baby turtle.
Oh,
No
seriously?
matter how much right clicking, we actually never get skewed from baby turtles. It's only something that's for armadillos.
Oh my god, I'm going the wrong way.
Once it becomes an adult. This myth says that you can't uncraft horse blocks.
Alright, I'm gonna be back. See you guys in the next video.
Craft it up into